You know his words will get you farther than the film will ever go. Give him a moment of your time, he'll tell you what's wrong with the show. He knows what's good, what's bad, what's really bad. His face is just a sign. Say hello to Confused
Dave. Hey, I'm Confused Dave, and this is my review on the family favourite, Jurassic Park. Now I think before I start it's worth mentioning that when I first watched this movie, I was absolutely dinosaur crazy. I had dinosaur socks, dinosaur pillowcases, a dino hat, and even dinosaur socks. So you can imagine my excitement when I heard my favourite director, Steven Spielberg, was making a dinosaur movie. I went to the cinema the first day I could with my dinosaur socks and hat on to go and see Jurassic Park. And I've never been so disappointed in my entire life. Now there are three main reasons I dislike Jurassic Park, which I'm going to go through now. Number 1, the numerous poorly written subplots. Number 2, the character Samuel L. Jackson, played by Robert Downey Jr. And number 3, everything else. So let's start with number 1. Now, I don't have any problems with the main storyline of the movie, which we're all familiar with. Guy meets girl, they go and visit their wacky uncle Albert Blossom, they read from the Book of the Dead, which brings back a gang of dinosaurs from the Stone Age. Now that on its own is a pretty standard family movie plot. What I do have a problem with is Spielberg's use of numerous poorly written subplots. For example, I was offended by the now infamous romantic storyline between Laura Dern's character and Timmy Triceratops. In the movie, Laura Dern goes for a walk late at night and stumbles upon a wounded Timmy Triceratops. What follows is this controversial love scene.
I sort of appreciate the compliment.
Spielberg defended this particular storyline, saying that it was an attempt to show that love can conquer all, and can even break down barriers in place for over 65 million years. Well, if that's true, then why does he feel the need to include the scene of a jealous Sam Neill killing Timmy Triceratops? Another useless subplot involves the character Dr. Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum. Dr. Malcolm begins the film as a bigoted, arrogant blunderbuss who continually tells Laura Dern to get back in the kitchen and make him a meat pie. Through the course of the film, Dr. Malcolm gets into sticky situations with various velociraptors, and he is saved each time by Laura Dern. By the end of the film, Dr. Malcolm sees the error of his ways and promises not to be sexist ever again. This storyline is concluded with Dr. Malcolm himself going to the kitchen and making Laura Dern a meat pie. The problem I have with this storyline is that the lesson it teaches kids is women have to save your life a lot of times before they earn your respect. There's also a scene at the beginning of the film where Dr. Malcolm explains that he's a vegetarian. So what's the deal with the meat pies? You're better than this. So let's move on to number 2, the character Samuel L. Jackson, who in the film is a sort of comic relief. The problem with that is he doesn't tell any jokes. He just repeats the childish catchphrase, "Hold on to your butts," over and over again. In total, he uses this ridiculous line 103 times. Here are some of the most irritating examples.
Hello, John.
Oh, yes. I've got lines here.
Well, fine, I guess. But how did I get here?
Well, let me show you. First, I'll need a drop of blood. Your blood.
Right. Oh, John, that hurt.
Hold on to your butts.
Again, how do you know they're all female? Or does somebody go out in the park and pull up the dinosaur's skirts?
Hold on to your butts.
So you two, dig up dinosaurs?
Well,
Hold on to your butts.
In most of these cases, the catchphrase wasn't even relevant to the situation. There is one example where it's used, where Jeff Goldblum is explaining his abusive father and difficult childhood. I found this to be most distasteful, and the canned laughter just added insult to injury to me and the clearly upset Jeff Goldblum. So now we come to number 3, everything else. Although I might be being slightly harsh here, there are a lot of other things in the movie which you can pick out for being, well, pretty bad. The graphics on the most part are very good quality, but in the scenes where the dinosaurs talk to each other, you can definitely see they are just actors in dino costumes. Also, some of the acting is distinctly second-rate, which is somewhat of a surprise when you consider the range of acting talent on display here. Wayne Knight, Bob Peck, and heading the bill, self-proclaimed De Niro of New Zealand, Sam Neill. 10 minutes before the film ends, we get exactly what this film doesn't need. This musical number, courtesy of Stellosaurus and Roger Raptor. So there we have it, my review on the family favourite Jurassic Park, a flawed masterpiece. Now I know what you're all wondering, do I still have those famous dinosaur socks? Well, no, I don't. I threw them out when I reached puberty. Thanks for listening, and until next time, this is Confused Dave saying goodbye.
Hold on to your butts.